Hi everyone and welcome to my place. I've had a request from Joan in the UK. She wanted to know how to put fruit together into a low banquet arrangement with some ivy. She wanted grapes, a whole selection of fruits, and she also wanted to put in some orchids. Now, Joan's got fresh orchids and she's got fresh fruit. I've got artificial, but it will work exactly the same. So Joan, what I've done here is I've found some containers, which I thought we could just have a look at. Now, this one here, I think might make it just a little bit too high. This one here, I thought would be pretty much the right shape to be using. What I've done is I've put into the bottom there a block of Oasis, and I've used the wet because you're using fresh, so let's just bear in mind that we are doing this with fresh forms, except I'm cheating it. So into here I've got one at the bottom and then I've got one at the top, and I've got a little bit on either side. Now I'm using grape, and if you've got access to grape, I thought that grape would be quite nice. Sorry about that, but I've just had to go down and get that. And what I'm going to do is just cut that off there, put that to one side, and then pushing the vine into there, bring that around like so. Now take that leaf there off and then bring that into there so that it's sort of up into the arrangement and then falling away from the design. And I'll just do the same with this bit over here, and I'll just cut those extra bits there, and I'll leave that little bit of grape on there. So that can go into there, and then let's bring that around, and I'm going to bring this just into there like so. Now, you can make this higher if you want, but for now this is going to be as high as I want to make it. Now, to make sure that everything stays in here and as extra support, just get a piece of 18 gauge floral wire and just insert that down into here. I'll just show you that there. Press that into there and anchor that firmly in so that that stays in place. Now, the next thing I suggest you do if you're using fresh grapes and fruit, and if you can do this a day or two in advance, but because this is wet and your fruit is living fruit, what can sometimes happen is that the fruit can start to rot down. So what I would suggest you do is to just get your leaves and to cover as much of the foam as you can so that it's all covered in, and also it just means that so the fruit will be able to sit onto that. Right, let's just strike this because I've got one that I've already covered, and we'll come back to the different colours in due course, the black as opposed to the white. Right, here we have a container that I've paint finished, and all I've used is my chalky lime paint, which the recipe is up on YouTube somewhere. And then around to get these dark bits here, what I did was I just got a little bit of grey paint and then just dabbed and rubbed that over it with a dry brush so that it went into all of these little bits here, these like little imperfections here. And then up into here, what I did was I just got a tea bag to get that lovely rusted old effect there, and you can see it down there. So tea or coffee is fantastic stuff for aging. Right, as you can see, I have covered as much of this as possible. Now, Joan, you said that you wanted to use a pineapple. I don't have a pineapple, so guess what I'm going to use? I'm just going to use that there and push that into there like that. So now I'm starting to get a little bit of height. You said that it was for a banquet table, so you won't want it too high. Right, with the grapes, let me show you how to get your grapes into your design. It's just a matter of getting your bunch like so, taking the wire through, bending that wire over, and putting that onto a satay stick and just winding and twisting that down there. Now, this is what we call in the profession to mount something. So into that, then it's just a matter of just getting all of your grapes. I'll show you how to do that just one more time. And if you're using fresh grapes, use a 20 gauge wire, but you're going to have to be quite careful when you're twisting the wire or putting the wire through, because sometimes the grapes will actually bruise, so bear that in mind. But this is a wonderful way of doing it as a display that can also turn into something that's edible. And where I would display this would be where the cheese, the biscuits and the fruit are. Now, taking that up and under there, push that down into there and let that cascade. These ones here I haven't even bothered because they'll just, if you don't have a satay stick, just wire it through and be very careful when you're pushing it through that. That goes right into there and wedge it in really, really firmly. And I'll bring that one up and into there so that that rests down to there. Now, I want to have lots of grapes because I really love how they just all fall away. So I'm going to go into there, push that, and oh yes, this is starting to be a beautiful picture. Now there's one I haven't wired. So what I'm going to do is, this is the other way that you can do it, just put your satay stick into there, and if you've got enough stem, you can just bind that around there, just like that. Make it as firm as you can. I've got a wee space over there, so I'm going to put that into there like so. Now when you're putting those wires in, as I did on the first arrangement to wedge everything in and to make sure it doesn't come out, make sure that you press the wires down so that everything going in is going to go down. Right, from there I've got one more lot, so I'm going to take that up and into there. Now with your fruit, all I use is a satay stick. Stick the satay stick up and into the orange. I'm going to take that up and into there like so, and get rid of all of the things that represent orange to start with, and then just evenly distribute the colour weight through your design. And usually I just do that like as a figure, like equal distance between your placing. If I had another one I would use that, but I don't. But I also have a pepper, so I'm going to bring that pepper down to there. And it's pretty much the rule of thumb is the big stuff goes to the base, and then as you come up, graduate your sizes as you go. So I've got one over that side, and I'm just going to put another one. Oh, actually, just so happened that that wanted to go right there, so I've put it there. I've got a little apple there. Crab apples would be beautiful in this as well. So it's just a matter of like going between those leaves and just pressing that in. What else have I got? Here's another one. Right, so I leave this with me to finish the inserting the fruit, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how to put the fresh orchids into it. Okay, nearly finished, and look, I found some berries, so I just thought that why not? It's my display, and if I want to put some berries in it, why shouldn't I? Now, good old satay sticks. Now with your wire for your flower, oh my goodness, where did the wire go? Oh, here's about. This is all you need to do. Get your wire and pull your little petals back, put that around there like that, hold that firmly, and just wire to bind that down. Now you will see why we needed to use the fresh or the green foam. Now these here are going to act as little prongs to keep it in. Now all I'm going to be able to do is, because that's the length of my stem, is to just take them in so that that just sits on top of the wet foam. The other thing with the Cymbidium orchids is they do last quite a long time anyway, even out of water. So I would be putting these in the last. So just going round and then just lifting up your leaves and then just inserting those randomly. Whoop, get into there. That's gone into there. Just like that, as if they're little pigeons that have just landed, because these do remind me of birds or butterflies. Put another one into there, and then I need another one there. Oh yeah, that's lovely. Gosh, doesn't that look lovely? Absolutely loving this. Easy, easy banquet flowers, and they would be perfect for any occasion. So there you have banquet flowers. I hope you've enjoyed this, Joan, and I hope that I have solved a problem for you. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you another day.